All right, so this is 12.3 measures of central tendency. So one way to summarize this is that the data is a use of the central tendency, and we have medium, mean, mode are all measures of central tendency. So mean is the average. The way you get that is you add up all the values to find the total and then divide them by the number of values you added together. The median is the median is the middle value, so put all the numbers into order. The median is the middle value. If there are two, then find the mean of those two, which means add those two together and divide it by 2. Then you have the mode is the most frequent value. The range is the difference between the lowest and the highest. Okay, so we're going to find the mean, median, mode of the following data here. So we have 8 numbers there. So to find the median, we're going to go ahead and add those all up. And then we're going to go ahead and divide that by the number that we have, which we have 8 bowlers there. So we're going to divide it by 8. You're going to go ahead and enter that into your calculator, and you should get 122. Okay, the next thing is we're going to find the median. So to find the median, I need to put these in order. So I'm going to use the space up here to put that in order. So the smallest one is 104. Then after that we have 104 again and 104 again. Then you have 109, 113, 117, 136, and then 189. So what I like to do to find the middle is just slash off the ends until I hit the middle. Okay, so there's the middle, but I actually have 2 values there. So to find the median, you're going to need to take those 2 values and then divide it by 2. Add them and divide it by 2. That would be your median. If you only have one number, then that one number would be your median. So that's our median. And then our mode is the value that occurs the most. So 104 occurs 4 times, so that's the value that occurs the most. Alright, example number 2 says your grades on 3 exams are 80, 93, and 90. What grades do you need on the next exam to have an average of 90 on the 4 exams? So the way you find the average is you would add all the tests together. So you have 80 plus 93 plus 90 plus technically one more that you're going to take, divided by the number that you have, which is 4 tests, and you want that average to be 90. So what you're going to do is you're going to multiply 4 on both sides. And then I'm going to go ahead and add these numbers together. So you get 264 plus x equals 360. Go ahead and subtract 264. And you get x is equal to 96, which means you need a 96 on that last test in order for you to get a 90% average. Alright, example number 3 says the closing price in dollars of 2 stocks for the first 5 days in February are shown below. What are the range and means of each set of data? Use the results to compare the data. So let's go ahead and find the range, or let's go ahead and put these in highest to lowest. So the lowest one here is 25, then the next lowest is 28, then it's 30, 30, and 47. Okay, then over here, the lowest one is 28, then 31, then 31 again, then 34, and then 36. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the range. Well, remember the range is the highest one minus the lowest one. So here the highest is 47 minus the lowest, which is 25. Plug that into your calculator and you get 22. Then let's just go ahead and do the range of the next one. So that would be 36 minus 28, and that's going to give you 8. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the mean. Okay, so the mean, remember, is adding all those digits up and then dividing by the number that we have. So 25 plus 28 plus 30 plus 30 plus 47 divided by, we have 5. So you're going to divide it by 5. You could plug that into your calculator. You would get 32. Okay, so the mean for the next one, I'm going to go ahead and add 28 plus 31 plus 31 plus 34 plus 36, divide it by 5, because we have 5 numbers there. Go ahead and plug that into your calculator, and you get 32. Okay, so both sets of stocks have a mean of 32. The range of the prices for stock A is 22, and the range of the prices for stock B is 8. Both stocks had the same average price during the 5-day period, but prices for stock A were more spread out. Alright, so next thing we're going to cover is if we add the same amount to each value in a set, it has a special consequence for the mean, the median, and the mode, but the range stays the same. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this data set and find the mean, median, mode, and range. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this from lowest to highest. And then I'll go ahead and find the median. I'm going to go ahead and just add those on my calculator and then divide that by 5 because I have 5 terms. And I'm going to get 8. And then I'm going to find the median. And I'm going to use my slashing method. Okay, so the median is 5. My mode is the value that occurs the most. That's also 5. And then the range is the highest minus the lowest. So 16 minus 3, which is 13. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do new data. I'm going to go ahead and take this data and add 5 to each one of those values. So 3 plus 5 is 8, 5 plus 5 is 10, 5 plus 5 is 10, 11 plus 5 is 16, and 16 plus 5 is 21. So let's go ahead and find the mean, median, mode, and range. So the median would be adding all these up and then dividing it by 5, and we're going to get 13. Okay, our median is that middle, so it's going to be 10. Our mode is the one that occurs the most, which is 10, and then our range is going to be 21 minus 8, which equals 13. So what do you notice? See, the median is 8 here, and if I add 5 to that, I'm going to get 13. The median is 5 here. If I add 5 to that, I get 10. The mode is 5 here. If I add 5 to that, I get 10. And then the range stayed the same. So this is what happens. This is what I was talking about in the previous slide.